Hello everyone, and welcome to Hucker's Hideout. Today we're back checking out the new pre-alpha build for Anvil Empires. We officially moved into our new Wilderness Homestead. Now it's time to start filling it with goodies. Anvil Empire's release date has yet to be announced, so stay tuned to the Anvil Steam page for updates. The link is below. Now please sit back, relax, and enjoy as we get into some more Anvil Empires. All right, so I don't know if you noticed in the background, but we have a new little friend here. As you can see, we found him. He's a little bedraggled, or bedraggled, whatever the term is. You can see he's pretty low on food and health and stamina, so he's feeling it. So we got to get him set up with a little house, and basically to do that, what we are going to need to do is go in and build a stable. And so a stable, as you can see, it requires a tier 2 homestead, and we have to build it with a hammer. And so I was out gathering resources and stuff, so I have a fair amount of goodies. I think I have all we need for now. And so I'm going to start. And first off, we are just going to upgrade the town keystone here. So you can see it takes bones, animal fat, and some wood planks. And it looks like we are actually low on wood planks. So I am going to chop up some wood planks, and we will be right back. And there we go. We finished up chopping up our last little logs. And some little cool trick that I like to use is that you can access your keystone from outside if you are close enough. And so you can just kind of deposit stuff directly in. So you can kind of quickly fill up from stuff from outside right in there. So I like to keep the keystone a little exposed. All right, and now it is time to upgrade this bad girl. So we will grab those, and a bunch of those and start the upgrading process. So we'll get our hammer out. You can see it kind of just does the keystone for the upgrade. And I will bring you back once we are finished hammering this out. And with that, the final hammer blow has done it. And you can see we are upgraded. And now you can upgrade it again if you want, but you don't really need to for the building. You can see now we have unlocked all of the buildings. So we are going to go right into building a stable. And so for that, you can see we need a animal to put in it, but we also need a few other ingredients, which come in very handy. We will grab some of those now. You can see there's low tier leather and higher tier leather, which this one just cooked for longer. Basically, I just left it forever, and it turned to tier 3. And so that's something else you could do. Grab a stone brick, I believe we need, and some bones and some animal fat. And we will head out and try to build our stable. So I'm thinking, where do we want it? It's kind of rocky terrain over here. This isn't bad. Something you have to consider is that enemies can throw torches onto your stuff, so you don't really want that. And so we kind of want to put this somewhere maybe a little safer. I'm thinking about extending the cabin maybe out this way. It kind of feels correct. So maybe we just put it out here. All right, somewhere over here. This, and you can see they feed from one side over here, the feed trough, and water on the other side. And so just choose however you want to do it based on that. And I guess we will just do it here. Yeah, right here is fine. Perfect. And we will start hammering that out. You can see it's going to take a few ingredients, but I should have all of the goodies we need. Oh, we grabbed bones. We didn't need bones. That's all right. But yeah, I'll bring you back once we have all the stuff put in. And now we have finished the stables up, and you can see what goes in here is a water bucket, equine feed, and what comes out is some animal shite. And that's used for fertilizer, which is something that we are going to probably be using. So now we have to find our little trapped donkey. Oh, you can see there's a baby. Wait, was it a mama? She had a baby. Oh no. Well, we can raise up a baby donkey as well. Two donkeys. But yeah, I am going to track down this donkey. Unless it shrunk. That'd be interesting. But oh, there it is in here. There she is. And yeah, we'll get her inside, and we'll start making the next step, which will be water. Crucial life ingredient. And so you can see this side has a little gate on it, and so that's the front side. And so you can hop out, and you can say attach vehicle, and that will send it right inside. And now when you access the thing, you can say detach vehicle, and that'll pop it right out. And so that's kind of the mechanic for attaching to vehicles as well as using stables. All right, and so now we are on to doing the water. And so for water, we are going to want to get a shallow well, which is going to be pretty simple, just animal fat, wood planks, and stone cutoffs, and we will get what water every so often from it. And so you can see we need to have kind of a bigger little area, which I'm thinking right here might be a good spot for it. Just in case we want to extend the cabin, we can. And we can build another workshop nearby. It's not too close to the wall. I don't think that's in torch range. Maybe it is. We got to go somewhere more back here. We could put it right next to this, but then I think it's in torch range of that side. I think this is going to be our safest bet. Maybe we'll move this just to make sure we get our little area. Get out of here, donkey. Stuff's under construction. Yeah, we can just tuck it in here for now. And if we want to extend out the cabin, we can. I like that. Perfect. And now we need to grab the goodies, some wood planks, some fat, if I remember correctly. And the last ingredient was stone cutoffs, which we also have. And so I will bring you back once we finish this one up, I guess, as well. And we have finished the well, and you can see the well looks pretty cool. I like the water mechanic, the water looks in the game. They look sweet. But you'll see that eventually the water will fill up, and it'll fill here, and then you can grab a water bucket and eventually move that on over to this little well. You can see this one doesn't have any water, and put the water bucket in here. And so next we are going to work on the equine feed, which is very important for horses and donkeys. They both need it and they both want it. And so we will move on to that. Well, as you can probably tell now, we have cleared out a little room behind. So I think it is time to extend the base for the first little extension. One of many, I assume, is going to happen. We're going to go here, here. And for this building, that's all the foundations we can build. So you can see that's kind of a one interesting limiting factor that they have, which, you know, I don't mind. It keeps the buildings from getting too spread out and keeps you building new ones. So now we are going to have to find the walls we want to destroy. So we can, went to place it without jumping down, but that's okay. We can get back up using the control button. You can hop up onto buildings. And now with just one wall destroyed, just so we don't make too big of a hole, we will start with this one, this one, and this one. Very nice. Fill in the gaps. Oh, I don't know if we're getting this one. All right. Now I'm going to put a roof on it, and I'll bring you back once we do. And I wanted to bring you back while we were finishing up just to show off how kind of intuitive this is. It's pretty simple to fill in the gaps of this roof if you, you know, think about it a little bit. They give you all the pieces, at least so far, that I've needed. Even this crazy weird piece. Very nice. So now you can see we are back in an enclosed space. Let's get this out of our way. No problemo. Let's put our bed somewhere else, shall we? It's a bed over here. Very nice. Build that really quick. Always make sure that you claim it. Make sure it actually happened. And then we are going to go on to our next thing. So what we need now is a grinding wheel, because you can see the grinding wheel is used to grind ingredients like wheat and stuff into flour, but also it grinds other stuff into, shall we say, usable components for us. So we'll just put this one, I guess just right here, maybe. I don't mind that. Eventually you can get a crank on the back. You can see that it sets up with a little extra little mechanical wheel here. So you can attach it. Just make sure you have enough room for that, you know, just in case you want to do that. But you can see on the front here, once we build it, there is a little lever that moves back and forward. And that's how you get the quality. And so first off, let's finish building it, and then I will bring you back once we're there. And shoot, we were very close. As you can see, we are almost have all of them. We need 5 more stone bricks. And so they changed this from the last I guess, test. But now you cannot make stone bricks here yourself. You actually have to go to town, and you do it with these stone cutoffs. You take some stone cutoffs to town, and you turn them into stone bricks. And so I might as well turn in my avatar. Just notice he's tier 3. Get your avatar in. Start out a new apprentice. But I think we are going to head to town. And let me just grab my out of out of town gear. Put back all my other goodies. And we will head out. But yeah, we are going to head to town, and I'll show you the process of grabbing a stone brick. All right, we have arrived into town. And luckily, our little town workshop here is right next to us. So you can see nothing's in the handcart. That's what I was accessing. You can access it straight from your handcart. So I'm accessing it from here now. And we are here to make stone bricks. You can see it's 4 times stone cutoffs per stone brick. So we will make those. And then while we're here, we might as well grab some copper nails. So I picked some of those up on the way. Because, you know, we always need, that's 12 more repairs right there. And you can see this is why I brought the hand cart, because I could carry all these, I guess, but it was just in case I had extra stuff, you know, you never know. And so, yeah, we will head back to our little build because we need to feed our donkey. We don't want him to die in the stables. And we have finished the grain mill. So as you can see, the grain mill's outputs are a question mark. So we will have to figure that out. There's a, you know, kind of 2 different little sides here. There's this side, which affects the outputs. You can see there's a dial here that has a fatter side and a little skinnier side. It's kind of hard to see in the dark. But believe me, there's a gradient, and you affect it by moving this lever back and forth. And so we will just leave it right here maybe for now and see what that does. But you put input in, and we just so happen to have a bunch of cabbage seeds and wheat seeds. And so we are going to put in some cabbage seeds because we know what this output is. Actually, you can see now it has turned to equine feed. If we put in wheat, you can see it turns to a chicken feed, if I'm not mistaken, that one is. And so we want to make cabbage, you know, grind up some cabbage into equine feed. And so we are going to start with the little dial right here, and we will see how it starts out. So we just start by holding the left click, and you can see the mill actually spins, which is pretty fun. And we can check out our little output maybe now. Okay, so we got 3 tier 1 foods from that one. Let's move it this way maybe. Maybe they like it a little more outwards. Okay, give it a couple more spins here. Okay. And we will hop off and check that out. Okay, so you can see we actually got tier 2 equine feed from that one, which is very interesting. Ooh, okay. So that isn't the right output either. Maybe all the way forward, like that. Okay, we'll take these ones out, get them out of the way. We'll start grinding again. One more might pop out that was still in there getting ground, but there should be more of the new kind than the other one. Hop out again, and this is just trial and error. Okay, so you can see that was like the worst so far. So I'm thinking somewhere like right here. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's put in some more. Oh, the cabbages are still in there. Okay. Oh, were those still grinding out from the last one? Maybe. Okay, it's fine. We'll just let it rip. But yeah, I will keep messing around with this until I get the right equine feed to the top level. Well, through a lot of trial and error, I found the spot. So you can see kind of the center is right here, and this is going the smaller way. It's like a little canted to the left, the smaller way. And so we will try to remember that for next time so that we don't forget it. But you can see we got all the different types of feed trying to get the type we wanted. And so now we can put in a bunch and we can just get grinding. And now we can see the output is all tier 3 foods. So we will just keep that grinding, keep creating more, and I'll bring you back once we're finished grinding it all up. We've been spinning this wheel for a while, so I think we should be about done. Yeah, perfect. We got a lot. And you can see we had 1 cabbage seed left. That's because we put an odd number in. I'm just going to leave that in there so I remember that this is set for equine feed in case I forget. but hopefully you guys can let me know in the comments if I do it wrong. But also have wheat seeds to turn into stuff. But first, we are just going to go feed our donkey because I bet he's hungry. He's been starving all by himself. The other thing that has also happened is our well has filled up with water. You can see it has water, and now we can grab a water bucket, and it goes into our oversized carrying item. You can see it has a cool graphic where you carry your water bucket around, and you can put it right into your inventory of your stable. It holds more than just one water bucket. You can keep filling it up with water if you want, and that keeps your animals happy in here. And the other thing we have to decide is we have all the different tiers of food. So which one do we put in, you know? And so I think we are just gonna put them in the lowest numbers first and work our way up, so that we actually start running out. But now the donkey should be happier. You can see if we look at our donkey, he is now getting his hunger met, and his health is going up, and his stamina is going up as well because he has his items met, which was very good. Now Mr. Donkey should be a little happier than he was before. And yeah, so that is setting up your little stable for the first time, which is a little process to get all the ingredients, all the foods, and all the items you need. But it's definitely worth setting it up, I think. Since we were lucky enough to find a fully grown donkey, I kind of wanted to show you the full process of getting a donkey as well. And this works for horses as well as chickens and stuff. So what you want to do, you can find a little donkey like I did here. You can see he's running away from me right on my cursor right there. So what you're going to want to do is get some food out for him. So we will press 6 and then R, and you can see now we have our equine feed out. And when we walk up to him now, instead of running, he runs towards us. And so now what you do is you lure him back to your base very dangerously. But yeah, it's kind of a fun little mechanic. It's a good taming style. I think it's a simple and pretty straightforward, but I don't think it's super well explained. At least I didn't figure it out. I needed to ask in chat last. Oh gosh, there's a boar. Watch out, donkey! Come on. Maybe our first donkey's Donkey, and this one's Don Quixote. Let me know in the comments if you got a name for him. We'll get him named up. But yeah, we'll bring him inside, and now he is trapped forever. But next, what we need to do to train the donkey up, you can't just put him directly in here with the grown-ups. You need to actually build a little something else, which is this food trough. And so you use the food trough to place basically somewhere where the animals can get to it rather easily. So we need to grab some wood planks and stuff and build that up. But our donkey is now stuck inside with us, so we can get rid of our food, and you can see he just runs off right away. And so just kind of keep an eye where he runs, just so we remember. And yeah, I'll bring you back once we finish up the food trough. Well, that took a little longer than we expected, I'll be honest. I had to go and get some additional resources. I didn't come as prepared as I thought I had. But you can see we are filling in the blueprint for this, so we have no worries there. And once we do, we will go grab the donkey and bring him on over. All right, there's that little guy. Come on, little donkey. Come on. You know you want the good food. All right, and we will bring him on around and get him in the trough. And so basically what you want to do is put food into the trough, as you can see there. And once food is in the trough, I believe if we get rid of that, he should want to eat it. Come on, little donkey, don't you want it? Oh, maybe he's coming now. Oh, no, I scared him. Okay, well, he has food. So this should work. We are in a fowl pen. Is he scared of me anymore? I don't think he's as scared as me as he was. Oh yeah, okay, you see the food's going down now. It was at 17, now 16. And so we will let that donkey mature until he is ready. Well, I decided we should build a pen anyways, because, we might as well. We're going to get chickens eventually. We can kind of keep them cooped up in here, as it were. And so we can double purpose that one. So now we got to find that little donkey. Of course, he got big already. Well, that only took about like 10 equine food, maybe 13. I can't remember exactly. We started with I think 18 and we finished with 7. And so once you get your donkey, you can put him in your stable just like you did with the last one. Attached vehicle. It goes right in. You can see 90% on that one and only 93. Okay. So they both caught up. That's very good. They're staying healthy, getting their feed, getting their water buckets, and shiting it out. Perfect. All right. And so our next little goal is going to be actually to place a chicken coop in here. And so you can see the hen house. Chickens will produce eggs every morning. And you just have to give it chicken feed. And the cool thing with chickens is they don't die. They will stay alive even if you don't feed them. They will still live. Even though animals, I don't think would in real life, but they would in this. Okay, and we just got to go get the supplies for that. I think we should have about everything saved up. And so we will get to that, and I will bring you back once we are finished up. And with the mighty final swings of the hammer, we are ready. So you can see we got to put chicken feed in to get eggs and some feathers out. And the other thing we need in here is some chickens. And so let us go and find one. And before we head out, we are going to need some chicken feed, kind of just like the horse, the equine feed. And to make that, we use wheat seeds. And so we are going to put some wheat seeds into our grinder here, and we are going to grind it up. You can see we kind of left it at the same setting, as the wheat seed or as the cabbage seed and the equine feed, and it did not produce the same tier 3. So we're going to move it a little bit lower, make the grain a little finer, I think is what we're doing. But yeah, we're going to go down on the scale and see what pops out. Oh, we did get a tier 3 and more tier 2s. Interesting. Let's keep cranking, see if it gives us something else. Because maybe we were just sliding past the spot, because that's something you can do. Yeah, you can see we only got one tier 3, and so it must have ground right when we kind of moved it a little. I think that's the mechanic, so we're just going to wiggle it a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we are going to see how this one works out. And we are going to limit our sweet seeds just so we don't grind up all of our stuff into tier, less than tier 3. We want the tier 3 stuff. You can see storing different tiers is kind of annoying. And yeah, let's let the grinder grind. Ooh, it's like the lottery. Oh, perfect. Tier 3. Okay, so you can see the tier 3 is kind of on the second line down there, and it's definitely worth it. Well, it took me longer than it probably should have to found this little hen, but we did find her, and so now we can bring it in to the roost. I think these will also reproduce. I don't know if they even need to. Maybe they just do it asexually. But now they are in the pen and locked in, and now we can just throw some feed in there. And so the chicken is now ours. It will be a slave to the food, just like we all are. And so, yeah, that's kind of how you get the two different types of animals that are so far. There's also horses, which we'll get to at a later episode. I just wanted to do the donkeys and the hens for now. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I did. And we'll see you all next time on the next great video. Have a good day.